Today we will continue our Vrajamandal Parikrama and we'll walk from Lohavan to Dauji.
Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, we'd like to welcome all of the wonderful devotees who have joined us over Facebook Live, devotees who have joined us over YouTube Live, and dear devotees who have joined us over Zoom. We welcome each and every one of you to this day 27 of Sri Vraja Meditations 2.0. And before we proceed, we'd like to announce and congratulate the participants of the quiz session from yesterday. We'd like to congratulate Hari Prasad Prabhu, Mother Amrita Radhika, Anjudi, Shimantadvi Prabhu and Vaijayanti Lalita Mataji, Mitanjali Pradhan Mataji, Nutan Purohit Mataji, Janeshwar Gauranga Prabhu and Varshana Chitra Mataji, Hari Krishna Madhali Prabhu and Ananga Mohini Gopika. Thank you all so much for participating in the quiz session from yesterday.
So in Sri Vraja Meditations 2.0 day 27, our main topic is how does Lord Balaram expand and shrink the Vraja Dham? So today we walk from Lohavan to Dauji, and we go to Tarapur, we go to Bandi, Anandi temple, Kshirasagara, Kunda, and from there we go to Dauji, Baldev. And then we have the Darshan of Shri Dauji Dayal ji Maharaj, and we stay in the night at Baldev. And at all these Lila Sthalis, we'll offer heartfelt prayers, and we end with discussing the glories of Kartik and a sweet pastime to enhance our Japa.
Haribo. So let us offer our obeisances at our starting point here at Sri Lohavan before we start our parikrama, and let us take the blessings of Sri Radha Damodar, Srila Prabhupada and our Guru Vargas to just please allow us to complete our Sri Vrajamandal parikrama. So we understand that by doing this parikrama, we are engaging in Pada Sevanam. By walking in the Lord's holy dham, we are actually directly serving the lotus feet of the Lord. And let us pray that in this most auspicious month of Kartik, O Lord Damodara, you allowed Mother Yashoda to bind you with her ropes of love. So please, we beg you to allow us to bind you and your dearest Sri Radhe in our hearts with our parikrama. So with this wonderful prayer, feeling deeply ecstatic, we'll continue our parikrama today. And today is quite a long walk. We are going to be walking for 25 kilometers, and we will be actually entering into the final forest, the 12th forest of Sri Vrajamandala, which is Sri Lohavan. And here's the map of Sri Vrajamandala showing where we have covered so far in the yellow line. So please follow that. And here's the map showing the route we will take today, going from Lohavan to Sri Dauji.
So from Sri Lohavan, we start walking through the fields and arrive at our first destination, Tarapur. Tarapur is a village of one of the gopis named Tara Sakhi, and
Haribo.
Sri Radha Krishna. They came here to this village to give a special darshan to this gopi, Tara. And this village thus has been named as Tarapur, the village of Tara Gopi, whom Sri Radha Krishna came to give their personal darshan.
Haribo.
From here, we go to a very famous temple called Bandi Anandi Temple. This temple is dedicated to Yogamaya Devi. And here we have darshan of Bandi Devi and Anandi Devi, who represent two aspects of Krishna's Yogamaya Shakti. Krishna has a Mahamaya Shakti and a Yogamaya Shakti. And her Yogamaya Shakti has two more bifurcations of Shakti, which is Anandi Devi and Bandi Devi. This is the celebrated village where two very devoted ladies once lived, whose names were Bandi and Anandi.
Haribo.
And these two female devotees, they're always immersed in thinking about Krishna's pastimes. Every day they left their village and went to Nanda Maharaj's house at Gokul on the pretext of helping to make cow dung patties for cooking. But in fact, they spent the whole day helping Mother Yashoda take care of Krishna. These two ladies are actually expansions of Yogamaya Devi and represent two different aspects of the goddess.
Haribo. So Krishna's potency that actually caused the jail to be unlocked and Vasudev's shackles to fall was in fact the potency of Bandi Devi. She released Vasudev from his shackles, and Bandi Devi, she relieved Vasudev from all the shackles, the bonds, and she also put all the guards to sleep into a deep slumber. So by her potency, Vasudev actually carried Krishna to Gokul completely undetected. It was by the Shakti of Bandi Devi. And in fact, even after Vasudev arrived in Gokul, even in Gokul, everyone was sleeping by the arrangement of Bandi Devi. Nobody was awake. Even Mother Jashoda, Nanda Baba, everybody was sleeping in Vrindavan in Gokul, when Vasudeva arrived there. And that is the potency of Bandi Devi. So Vasudev could leave Krishna with Mother Jashoda. So in this way, Bandi Devi arranged for these particular pastimes to happen by helping Krishna through this Yogamaya potency of Srimati Bandi Devi.
So even in Anandi Devi is one who gives unlimited bliss to the Vrajbasis and to Krishna in allowing the Vrajbasis to experience the unlimited bliss in Krishna's service. Anandi Devi is the one who grants devotional bliss to everyone in their beautiful service to Krishna.
Haribo.
This famous temple in the village is known as the Yogamaya Mandir and contains the two ancient deities of Bandi and Anandi, who have been installed by King Vajranabha, the great-grandson of Krishna. So here in this very auspicious place, let us pray to Bandi Devi that just as how she put the guards to sleep and allowed Vasudev to go with Krishna completely undetected, similarly, O Bandi Ma, please, in a similar way, please allow us to always be with Sri Guru and Krishna, and please keep any material distractions like lust and pride, greed, envy, anger, and illusion far away from us and asleep, so that undisturbed by these negativities, we can continue our eternal service to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga.
Haribo. So Bandi Devi is basically helping us put all of our negativities to sleep so that we can carry out our devotional service to Guru and Krishna.
And our prayer to Anandi Devi, that please grant devotional bliss to us in the beautiful service to Sri Guru and Krishna. Please allow us to serve along with the loving association of the devotees so that we may be able to experience unlimited bliss in the service of Sri Guru and Krishna.
Jai.
So after spending a blissful time with Bandi and Anandi Ma, we continue our walk through some beautiful villages, and then we come on to the main road where we arrive at the town of Baldev, which falls in the last forest of Sri Vrajamandal, Sri Mahavan.
So we can see here that Baba is walking along with Prabhu, and here I am here walking along with Ma, and we are on the main road going towards Sri Baladev town. The entire town, it's so wonderful that the entire town is actually called Baldev. Jai Shri Baldev Maharaj ki Jai. So this forest is the 12th forest that we are entering. So right here at the gate, let us offer our obeisances on the road, offering our obeisances to the 12th forest and to the town of Baldev as we take his permission, his blessings of Sri Dauji Dayal Maharaj to enter into this final forest of Sri Vraja Dham.
So first we take darshan of Kshirasagara Kunda. The presence of Kshirasagara transformed this place of Baldev town into one of the most potent spiritual destinations. It's also known as the Balabhadra Kund, and this particular sarovar has become popular as the Sea of Milk. And local Braja residents, they undertook an endeavor of filling up this tank to the brim, and milk from approximately 100,000 cows was taken as an offering to the wonderful Lord Baladev, the dearest elder brother of sweet Krishna, Sri Dauji Maharaj.
So in fact, it is said that the deity over here, Sri Baladev, he actually, when the Mughals attacked, he did not even leave this place. The pujari, because he's very big, we'll just take darshan in a little while, but he's a very big deity. So standing deity, so the pandas, the priests, they could not move the deity. So they hid the deity in this Balabhadra Sarovar or Kshirasagar Sarovar. They made this Kunda and they hid the deity here. And after the danger of the attack was gone, then they again brought him back. And then this deep place that was made by the deity, staying there for so long, that place was actually filled up with the milk of 100,000 cows, and Abhishek was performed to the deity of Sri Baladev. That is how it is explained that this Kshirasagara, of course, we remember that we saw Kshirsagar also in Sheshashai. And now here again in Baldev, we are seeing Kshirasagara. So let us go down to the steps of the Kshirsagar and sprinkle the wonderful waters, the milk from the milk ocean, the Kshirsagar, and sprinkle upon our heads. Jai Shri Dauji Maharaj ki Jai.
So then we come to Baladev, which is Sri Dauji Maharaj temple. This is the largest deity of Baladev, of Lord Balaram in Vraja. Dauji is an affectionate term meaning older brother. So this deity is one of the four principal deities of Vraja installed by Vajranabha, Krishna's great grandson. He's one of the four devs of Sri Vrajabhumi. Keshav Dev in Mathura, Hari Dev in Govardhan, Govinda Dev in Kamyavan, and Baladev in Baladev.
Jai Shri Baladev.
He is established in an enchanting standing posture. Lord Baladev at this temple is of color black. Considered the largest deity in Sri Vrajamandal, Lord Baladev manifests two hands. And while offering prayers, all the devotees and pilgrims, they can discover the elevated right hand of the deity giving blessings.
And in this particular picture, if we zoom in, we can see the beautiful standing lotus feet of Sri Baldevji Maharaj. So please zoom in and please touch the lotus feet of Sri Baldevji Maharaj. It is so beautiful. This deity is so, so beautiful. It is said that, again, if you zoom out over here, the deity, as Prabhu was explaining, that the right hand is in a blessing form, and the left hand, Sri Dauji Maharaj is holding a wonderful royal cup containing Varuni, the favorite drink, the most favorite drink of Lord Balaram.
Now, exquisitely dressed, heavily embellished with jewels, and Lord Baladev at this temple, he manifests sheer magnificence. During the Japa tip section today, we will discuss the glories of Lord Balaram and how does Lord Balaram expand and shrink. Vraja Dham. So please stay tuned.
Haribo.
Next to Baladev, we see Devi Revati, who is the consort of Lord Balaram. And Revati Devi, she also showers benevolent blessings on the pilgrims who visit the temple. And while offering prayers at the temple, devotees are sure to come across the life-size deity of Revati Devi, who's situated at an adjacent spot within the same temple compound.
So Revati Devi is actually not standing right next to Baldev. She is at an adjacent, so she's actually looking and always taking darshan of Lord Baladev. So
like 90 degrees from Baladev.
Yes, so it's a very beautiful. Generally, we see Lord Balaram, Revati, or Radha, Krishna, they're standing next to each other. But here, just like in Sakshi Gopal near Remuna, near Jagannath Puri, the Sakshi Gopal temple, Srimati Radharani is standing at adjacent to Sakshi Gopal. So she is actually looking at Sakshi Gopal. So similarly here, we have Revati Devi, who is taking constant darshan of Sri Baldevji Maharaj.
So we will stay here tonight at the town of Baladev. And so we discuss the glories of Kartik, where Sri Padma Puran says the last 5 days of the month of Kartik are traditionally known as the Bhishma Panchaka. And in the Hari Bhakti Vilas, it is said that if one is capable, one should observe fasting from certain foodstuffs on the Bhishma Panchaka for the pleasure of the Lord.
Jai.
Jai Bhishma Panchaka Vrata ki
Jai.
Jai.
Shri Bhishma Devaya Triptatam.
Tatam.
Jai Bhishma Pitama ki
Jai.
Jai.
So in this month, we will share a sweet pastime of the Lord, which we can meditate upon before we start chanting our japa. And we'll see that our japa will be elevated to a completely different level altogether. So let us meditate on some excerpts from this book, Appreciating Sri Vrindavan Dham, where it is mentioned that the spiritual planet Goloka Vrindavan, the eternal abode of Krishna, is shaped in like the whirl of a lotus flower. Even when the Lord descends to any of the mundane planets, he does so by manifesting his own abode as it is incredibly beautiful, as it is. Vrindavan is compared to a lotus flower because it is incredibly beautiful, it is fully alive, and it can expand and contract like the lotus flower. And in his expansion as Sri Vraja Dham, Lord Balaram is expanding as the Vraja Dham. He fully accommodates all the necessary features of Sri Krishna's mind-pleasing pastimes. So Sri Vrindavan Dham, which is a form of Lord Baladev, is completely spiritual, fully cognizant, and saturated with unlimited prema for Sri Krishna.
Haribo.
The spiritual lotus of Vrajadham fully cooperates with Krishna's desire for the pastimes by expanding and contracting to facilitate Sri Krishna's transcendental movements from one location to another. And within a short time, for example, Krishna can traverse the distance between Nandagram and Vamsivat, where he meets nightly with Srimati Radharani. Nandagram is in Vrindavan. Vamsivat is in Bhandiravan, which is 59.54 kilometers. But when Krishna wants to meet, he does not walk 60 kilometers. It just shrinks and it becomes, he takes one step and he's there in Bhandiravan from Nandagaon. So by Sri Balaram's blessings, Krishna arrives there very easily, very quickly. And this is the inconceivable nature of Sri Krishna and his transcendental abode of Sri Vrindavan Dham. Now, the spiritual lotus of Vraja not only makes the arrangement for Krishna, but Lord Balaram also arranges for accomplished devotees to effortlessly wander all over Vrindavan to participate in the pastimes, splendid spiritual pastimes of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. For example, one day, while Srila Sanatan Goswami was doing bhajan in Vrindavan, he walked to Govardhan Hill and he circumambulated Govardhan Hill. Then Sanatan Goswami from Govardhan Hill walked to Gokul Mahavan to perform Madhukari. And by evening, he returned back to Vrindavan to serve his beloved deity Sri Madan Mohan. So how is that possible to go from Govardhan to Gokul Mahavan and back to Vrindavan in just one day? So here we understand that serving as the spiritual lotus of Vraja, Sri Balaram Ji enabled Sanatan Goswami to perform this incredible service of walking over 108 kilometers in one day.
Krishna, Krishna.
So Srila Rupa Goswami compares Vraja to a lotus when it blooms fully. The different sites of Krishna's pastimes appear to be distant from one another, but after sunset, the lotus contracts and the places come closer together to assist the meeting of Srimati Radhika and Sri Krishna Chandra. In fact, Srila Rupa Goswami, he mentions that all of this is possible only by the mercy of Lord Balaram, who as the lotus of the Vraja Dham expands and shrinks just to please Sri Sri Radha Krishna and their beloved devotees.
So Lord Balaramji, he is the dearmost friend of Krishna. He is always a constant companion of Sri Krishna. And he is so dear to Krishna that, Krishna, without Krishna, even in sleep, Lord Balaram is always muttering about Krishna's pastimes. In his yawning, he's also muttering about Krishna's pastimes. In his deep sleep, in his slumber, he is muttering about Krishna's pastimes. So this is the nature of Lord Balaram, that he is the constant and dearest friend of Sri Krishna. So there's a very sweet pastime that when little Krishna and Balaram were very tiny, they used to hardly wear any clothes and they would just run around, just wearing only jewels around them, and they would just run around the palace of Nanda Baba. So one time, different gopis, the elderly gopis, they came and surrounded Krishna and Balaram. And they said, and Krishna Balaram said, "Hey, what are you doing? Let us go and play." And then the gopi said, see, Krishna Balaram, see what we have brought for you. We brought some laddus. You want laddus? And Krishna Balaram said, yes, laddu, give. We want laddu, give. And then the gopi said, okay, only on one condition we'll give you laddu, that you have to wrestle amongst each other, okay? And you have to show that you are wrestling amongst each other, and whoever will win will get a laddu. So then, listening to that, Krishna Balaram looked at each other. They devised a plan. In that plan, they said, okay, Dauji, first time, no, I will lose.
then you get the laddu, okay? And then Balramji said, yes, Kanha. Then second time I will lose. Then you get the laddu, okay? Like this, they made the arrangement, and then they started, like big pehelwan, how wrestlers, they come and they were beating their thighs, they were beating their arms. Yes, come, like this. They were holding on to each other and they were doing a wrestling match. And then after some time, suddenly Baladev, he fell down. Dauji fell down. And Krishna said, look, I defeated Balaram. Laddu, give me laddu. And then the gopis, they came and gave laddu. And then Balaramji said, hey, Kana, take laddu, eat your laddu. And then now Kana said, okay, he ate the laddu. And then he said, okay, let us collect it all in the plate. We'll not eat now, we'll eat later. Okay, next round, start. And then again, Kanha and Baldev again started wrestling. And the gopis are clapping their hands. Oh, what a beautiful pastime they're seeing. And then suddenly now, Krishna fell down. And then Dauji said, oh, look, I defeated Kanha. Laddu, give now. And then again, the gopis gave laddu. So like this, it went on and on. And then both of them got so much laddu. And in the end, Balaramji fed Krishna laddus. And then Krishna also fed beautiful, tasty, delicious laddus to his beautiful brother, Sri Dauji Maharaj. In this way, performing such beautiful childhood pastimes, Sri Krishna and Balaram, they would just completely capture the hearts of the residents of Brajabhumi, and they would just immerse them in pools of ecstasy. So beautiful, such beautiful, amazing pastimes of Sri Krishna and Balaram.
So let us conclude today's session with the meditation of Sri Dauji Dayal Maharaj, Lord Balaram's transcendental personality. Powerful Lord Balaram is 16 years old, full of the luster of youth, and he has a fair complexion, the color of a crystal. Balaram wears blue garments and a garland of fresh forest flowers. Balaram's lotus feet are decorated with splendid jeweled anklets, and he wears a sapphire toe rings, and his nails, they give out the luster like millions of moons. Lord Balaram, he wears a beautiful waist belt adorning his slender waist. His deep pinkish navel is so gorgeous that it appears that a pink lotus is floating in the ocean of milk of his stomach. Baladev's neck is splendidly decorated with garlands of flowers and strings of jewels. Splendid bracelets and armlets, they ornament Dauji's graceful and very strong arms. And Baladev's handsome hair is tied in a graceful top knot. Splendid earrings adorn Balaram's ears.
In fact, Lord Balaram's beauty is exquisitely enhanced by the earrings. When Lord Balaram moves his head to and fro, the earrings just come and touch and kiss his cheeks. Lord Balaram's face is actually decorated because he is so white. So therefore his tilak, because if he wears white tilak on white complexion, his tilak won't be seen. So therefore Lord Balaram's face is decorated with tilak that is made out of musk. Musk is black color, almost like darkish blue. So Lord Balaram wears black color tilak of musk, and Lord Balaram's broad chest is ornamented with gunjamala. Gunjamala means it's a small red, black, and white berries, very hard. It is available in Brajabhumi only. Nowhere other than Vrindavan can we find these gunja berries. And They are just native to Sri Vrindavan Dham, and Lord Balaram, he wears a beautiful garland like we are seeing here of these gunja berries, and Sri Balabhadra's voice is very grave and his arms are very, very long, touching his thighs. And look at Lord Balaram's eyes, his lotus eyes, his loving smile. They just captivate the heart. And Lord Balaram's eyes, they look at nobody other than Krishna. And it is only filled with compassion, loving compassion for everyone. This is the beauty of Lord Balaram. And look at the gait of Lord Balaram, the poise of Lord Balaram, the way he stands. His stance is also such a, it's just poetic. Lord Balaram, the way he's standing, just look at the position, the poise with which Lord Balaram is standing, so much. In fact, Srila Prabhupada mentions that Lord Balaram is the fashion icon of the spiritual world. Jai 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 Shri Balabhadra Dauji ki Jai. So here we see that how Shri Balabhadra, his entire, if you zoom into this picture especially, we see that Lord Balaram's entire focus, there may be hundreds of things happening around him, but Lord Balaram's only focus is he's looking at Krishna. What does Krishna want? And before even Krishna says it, Lord Balaram executes. Just by looking at Krishna, Lord Balaram just executes whatever Krishna desires.
Jai Shri Baladev, Shri Dauji, Dayal Maharaj ki Jai. Lila Purushottam Shri Krishna Kanaya Lal ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Srila Gurudev ki Jai.
Haribol. So today we are going to be singing a very wonderful bhajan. This bhajan is written by Srila Vyasadeva himself in glorification of Lord Balaram, that today we are in Baldev. So we thought we'll sing this Balabhadra Stotra Kavacha. It is a protection talisman and praying for the protection of Lord Balaram. And this is from the Garga Samhita, from Canto 8, Chapter 12, verse 4 to 13. And we will be singing and dedicating this bhajan to our dearest Vrinda Gopika Mataji and her family for her speedy recovery, our dearest Rasika and her wonderful family, our dearest Nutan Mataji and her family, our dearest Anjudi and her family, our dearest Hemangi Mataji and her family, our dearest brother and his wonderful family, our dearest Bhakti Mataji and Krishna Sharanam Prabhu, dearest Hari Prasad Prabhu, the family of our dearest Amrita Radhika, for Vishruta, for our dearest Keshavi and her wonderful family, for Radha, Satish Prabhu and their wonderful daughters, for little Mehek, and for Rasamrita Murthy Mataji and her family. So
we pray to Lord Nrsingadev, Sri Damodar, Sri Baladev, to please grant protection and fearlessness to everyone. And we request everyone to please offer lamps to Sri Sri Radha Damodar while we sing this Balabhadra Stotra. And it would be wonderful if you can turn on your cameras so that everyone can take darshan.
Haribo.
Goloka Dhamadhipati
Parameshwara
Pareshamam Patu Pavitra Kirtana Yanmurdhni mam patum sabhumi mandale sena sumamra kshatusirapani yuddhe sadarak शतुकां हलीचा दुर्गेषु चाव्यान् मुसली सदा मां वर्णेषु संकर्षणादिदेवा कालिं निजावे गहरो जलेषु नीलाम्बरोरक्षतु मां सदाग्नो वायौ च रामो वतु केवलश्च माहार्णवेनन्तमभू सदा मां श्रीवासुदेव वतु पर्वतेषु सहस्रशीर्षा च महाविवादे रोगेषु मां शतुरोहिणेयो मां कामपालो वतु वा विपत्सु कामात् सदारा शतुधेनुकारी क्रोधात् सदा मां द्विविधा प्रहारी लोभात् सदारत् शतुबलवलारी मोहात् सदा मां किलमागधारी प्रातः सदारा शतुवृष्णिधूर्या प्राणे सदा मां मथुरापुरेन्द्र माध्यान् दिने गोपसखा प्रपातो स्वरात् प्रहाने वतु मां सदैव सायं फणीन्द्रो वतु मां सदैव परात् परो रक्षतु मां प्रदोषे पूर्णे निशीथे च दुरन्तवीर्या प्रत्यूषकाले वतु मां सदैव विदिक्षु मां रक्षतु रे वृत्तिपति प्रलम्बा ऊर्ध्वं सदा मां बलभद्रारात् तथा समन्तात् बलदेव एव हि अन्तः सदा व्यापुरुषोत्तमो मुनि नागेन्द्रलीलो वतु मां महाबलाः सदन्तरात्मा च वसन् हरि स्वयं प्रपातु पूर्ण परमेश्वरो महान् देवासुराणां भयनाशनं च भूताशनं पाप जयेन्द्रनानां विनाशनं विघ्नघतस्य विधि सिद्धासनं वर्मवरं बलस्य। जय श्री बलदेव दाऊजी महाराज की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। Shri Shri Damodar Bhagavan ki
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai.
Jai.
So today's quiz questions are: first, how did Vasudev carry Krishna at midnight?
Second, name the 4 devs of Sri Vrajabhumi.
Third, what is Kshirasagara Kunda also known as?
Fourth, what is Vrindavan compared to?
Fifth, what condition did gopis put in front of Krishna and Balaram for laddus?
Hari Bol, thank you so much, dearest Ananga Mohini Gopika, for these fantastic quiz questions.
So let us open the lines for questions, comments, reflections, and realizations.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. So I guess we should pray to Bandi, Anandi every day. One to take our negativities and one to give us positiveness and happiness every day. So this is a new story, Mataji. We never heard this pastime like Bandi and Anandi gets involved in Krishna being taken by Vasudev to Vrindavan. So nice.
Yes.
In Vraja Dham, this is a story from Vraja Dham. The temple is there. So
Radha Govinda Maharaj explained this pastime. Radha Govinda Maharaj, Loknath Maharaj, Srila Gopal Krishna Maharaj, they explained this pastime, that how Bandi Devi and Anandi Devi, they serve as expansions of Yoga Maya to help in these beautiful pastimes of the Lord. And therefore this village is also called as Bandi Anandi Gram.
Very nice story, Maharaj, Prabhuji. And the play with the Krishna and Balaram fighting for laddus. Very nice, nicely explained. And also I see, like you said, even for Sanatana Goswami, I know Balaram, he expanded and shrunk the Vrajabhumi. That is amazing. So Mataji, I mean, when they shrink like for Sanatana Goswami or Krishna, how do other people feel? Do they also feel it shrinking? It's only for the selected devotees.
It is only for selected devotees, this we actually experience, because there are Brajbasis, Prabhu, who actually walk Govardhan Parikrama. They can do it in even 3.5 hours, less than 4 hours, they complete entire Govardhan Parikrama. We can't even think of doing it for less than 8 hours, So for them, Sri Giriraj, I mean, their devotion is so great that for them, it has contracted. Govardhan has shrunk so that they can do this parikrama in this way. But it is very personal. You see, that the way we, in our mundane sense, we cannot understand, that when we are also walking the same distance, we are walking together, but another person is not even tired, where the other person is like that, So we see that happening in when we are in Braj. So it's a very, 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 very personalized, how should I say, personalized reciprocation coming from Sri Baladev Dauji Maharaj.
Yeah. In the pictures you have shown Krishna Balaram fighting, wrestling, those are beautiful. And also Balaram description, that was so beautiful, Mataji, Prabhuji. And for the Kirtan was excellent, very nice, very, very, very blissful. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhuji and Mataji. Thank you.
Everything is so beautiful, so beautiful. All the pictures are so beautiful. We have to keep them, remind them, when we are chanting, those faces and those pictures, so beautiful. And you explained also very nice, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Prabhuji, Dandot.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu. Dandot Pranam.
Please accept my obeisances. I'm sorry you
Yeah.
joined a little late. I was on another call, but I joined right in time to witness Balaram and Krishna wrestle. That was really the laddu. So that was a very beautiful pastime. And again, the different places. It was nice, but I'll hope to catch on the recording tomorrow to listen and watch the whole parikram again. Thank you so much, Mataji Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank
Hare
you so much,
Krishna.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Mataji Prabhuji, then with Pranam.
Hare Krishna,
Glories goes to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Thank you so much, Mataji Prabhuji, for taking us wonderful parikrama. So we understood how Balramji is always focusing on Lord Krishna. So he will never consider out what is happening around him. He is only focused on Krishna. So which indicates like we need to focus our bhakti towards Lord Krishna and Radharani, so that we can improve our bhakti sadhana in our bhakti. So that we understood and really mesmerized, Mataji, how Sanatan Goswami covered 108 kilometers in a single day. It is not easy, because covering 14 kilometers itself, you will feel very tired. So how empowered, and though he will not have the meal which we have, right, daily basis, right? So how much strength he has, how much devotion he has, and Lord is empowering on him. Seriously, I really were mesmerized and wondered. So, with the help of mercy of a Guru, and I mean Adi Guru, our Adi Guru Balaram, is doing all these things. It is, amazing thing, amazing. And Krishna, so he is also traveling 58 kilometers, right, from Vamsivat. For him, it is everything is possible. Within a blinking of eyes, he will travel here and there, right, Mataji? Without shrinking also, he will travel. So I felt that, but coming to Goswami, I mesmerized. That is very wonderful. And Bandi Mataji and Anandi Ma, so you explained very well. So the beautiful prayer, Prabhuji, you said right in front of Bandi Ma. So we need to get out of this. I mean, the negative things should keep far away from us, right? Lust, pride, anger, greed, envy, illusion, so everything. So that is very wonderful. As everyone said, that laddu pastime is very good, very, very good. So give me laddu, give me laddu. That thing is very wonderful. And that glories of Kartik was so wonderful, and you beautifully described Lord Balaramji today, so Dauji. So it's very beautiful. So we able to mesmerize. But when you show the peak, in my mind, I'm able to see him as a Nityananda Prabhu coming to my mind. So the waist, the gait, everything you said, right? So he used to. I mean, in our Chaitanya Charitamrita class also you described about Nityananda Prabhu, right? So it is coming to our mind. And the Dauji deity is shown, right? So his waist is a little bit bent, like Krishna, right? Mataji Prabhuji, right? So I seen that, noticed that one. I noticed that one. I have one question, Mataji. It is I'll always get confused with when Masudev came to Gokul and he placed Lord Krishna, and he took Yoga Maya, right? Not Mahamaya, right? No, it's Yoga Maya, right?
Yes. When Krishna was exchanged.
Yeah, correct. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes,
yeah,
Yoga.
It's not Mother Durga, right? It's not Mother Durga, it's an Yoga Maya, right?
No, it is Mahamaya.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is Mahamaya, because by the Yoga Maya potency, Krishna was actually transferred, right? I mean, like Bandi Anandi, we know how Bandi Devi, through that Yoga Maya potency, Krishna was transferred to Gokul. Vasudev carried him to Gokul. But who was born, she actually, when she was so Mother Yashoda actually gave birth to twins. One is Krishna and one is yes. So, but when she was in Mother Yashoda's womb, she was actually Yoga Maya. But as soon as she came in touch with the material nature, as soon as she was born, she manifested as Mahamaya. So therefore, when Vasudev carried her, she was actually Mahamaya. And therefore, when Kamsa threw her, she manifested as Goddess Durga.
Okay. How about Subhadra Mother Mataji?
And it was also said in Krishna book that before she came to Vraja Dham, she circumambulated Krishna.
Yeah.
And Krishna told, go to Vraja Dham
Yeah.
and
You
come as my sister. So it's there in Krishna book.
Yeah.
So Durga Devi, it's the same. Mahamaya, Yogamaya actually is the same. It's
Okay.
just in how it manifests. Srila Prabhupada explains that just like electricity, if it goes into a refrigerator, it will produce cooling effect. If it goes into a heater, it will produce a heating effect. But
Yeah.
it's the same electricity. Electricity is not cold and hot. Electricity is electricity. It's producing these two different effects. Similarly, there is no separate Mahamaya,
internal
separate
energy.
Yogamaya. Both are Maya, Yogamaya, but one produces the effect of attracting people to Krishna. One produces the effect of taking people away from Krishna, Mahamaya and Yogamaya. But they are just Maya. They can transfer. It's the same. It's
Yeah, understood.
producing two different effects, but it's the same personality.
Yeah, understood,
I had a
Prabhuji.
question about Shubhadra Devi. Shubhadra Devi, she is Yogamaya because
Oh.
she's an expansion of Yogamaya Devi. Because Shubhadra Devi appeared to Devaki and Vasudev after Krishna's birth. Then Kamsa, he killed the Mahamaya, that baby girl, he killed her, but she was not dead anyways, and she became goddess Durga, made the prediction, and she disappeared. Then after that, Kamsa started feeling so bad that, oh, my dear sister, I kept you in the prison, so now I will release you. So he released Devaki and Vasudev. He released both of them. And he released them and he kept them, allowed them to go to their palace.
Okay.
So after they went to the palace, that's where Shubhadra Devi was born, in the palace.
Okay. Yeah,
So she is the sister of Krishna and Balaram. She was born there. And then later, of course, when, Krishna grew up a little and when so many demons were getting killed one after the other, after that, then again, Devaki and Vasudeva were arrested by Kamsa and put in the prison. So that's how it happened.
Okay. Clear, Mataji. It's now clear. And one more thing I want to add, you shown me a pic where Balramji was placing his hand on Lord Krishna, right? Even Prabhupada's disciple were discussing who is stronger, Krishna and Balaram. You told, right? You both told, right?
Yes.
Correct. You already revealed that one, right? Yeah. I remember that when Krishna.
That's
Krishna is
Prabhu's
stronger.
favorite Lila.
When you show the pic, you both reveal to us what Prabhupada has disclosed that one. So I remember that one. It's a very, very, very beautiful picture. Everything is. So thank you so much, Mataji, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandvat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dandvat Pranam, Prabhu. Thank you.
Any other
Hare Krishna,
question?
Mataji.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, actually, there's a devotee of one of my friends. So the devotee was asking, this Bhishma Panchaka, she did Nirjal yesterday.
Okay.
So she said, can she stay on water this all 4 days, or is it compulsory to have roots?
It is compulsory. She should do either, the Panchagavya. She has to do either the Panchagavya or level 2, which is fruits and roots, or level 3. No mental conclusions, please.
Oh, okay, Mataji. Because I didn't know. I was not aware of it. So I told, okay, let me confirm. So yesterday she did Nirjal. So
Nirjal is fine. On the day of Ekadashi, Nirjal, we are also Nirjal. So that's fine. On the day of Ekadashi, we can stay Nirjala. Then the Dwadashi day, we have to choose whether we want to do Panchagavya or, the second level, which is fruits and roots, or the third level, which is Havishya.
But any of these is a compulsory, Mataji? It is.
Yes.
Because we are, we are fasting for the pleasure of the Lord.
Yeah.
This is not just austerity on its own. And when we follow the instructions of the devotees, like in Sri Hari Bhakti Vilas, Sanatan Goswami gives these options. And if we are following the footsteps of the devotees, the way they instructed, we fast that way, then Krishna is pleased. because of
Okay,
our.
Prabhuji. Fine.
But if we do our own fasting, then we are on our own. We are not in the
Yes, Prabhuji.
devotees.
Right.
So it may please Krishna, it may not please Krishna. But if we are following the instructions of Srila Sanatana Goswami and doing this for the pleasure of Krishna, then Krishna will be pleased.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Veena
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Any other questions, comments? If not, we will continue tomorrow on the Vrajamandal Parikrama.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna जी काला सुधा माता जी जय जोगिंद्र प्रभु कोटि कोटि
Hare
प्रणाम श्रीधाम वृंदावन धाम की जय दाऊ जी का भैया
Jai.
कृष्ण कन्हैया
Jai.
दाऊ जी का भैया कृष्ण कन्हैया
Krishna Kanaya.
जय जय नित्यानंद जय जय गौरंग थैंक यू फॉर योर डीप डिवोशनल एसोसिएशन कोटि कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam
Patitanam
pavanebhyo
pavanebhyo
vaishnavebhyo namo
vaishnavebhyo
namaha.
namo namah.
Ananta koti vaishnava
Koti
vrinda ki
Vaishnavrinda ki
jai.
Jai.
Srila
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai.
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 Sagurudev ki jai.
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 कृष्ण कन्हैया
Krishna Kanaya.
जय जय नित्यानंद जय जय गौरंग थैंक यू फॉर
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mataji. Thank you,
Mataji, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम
Hare Krishna, Lavanya. Dandavat Pranam.
Patitanam
Pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah.
Ananta koti vaishnava
भक्तवृंद
vrinda
की
ki
जय
jai. Srila Prabhupada ki
जय